Sauda, Dumelang Mzansi. For those of you who are new here and don't know me, welcome. My name is Mosa Matonzi. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate your love and support, and I hope you will do join this family by clicking the subscription button below. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate your love and support that you continuously show me. And if you are not friends with me on social media, please do follow me on all my social medias at Mosa_Matonzi. Do you want to be followed on social media?
I hardly use social media, so yeah, please follow her, subscribe to her channel. Soon to be our channel.
Soon to our channel. I refuse in the name of Jesus. Anyway,
Yes.
as you can see from the title of this video, no, actually, let me not lie. What's today's topic? Guys, we... Okay, sorry.
Today, we are talking about our love journey.
Part 2, because we already did our love journey.
Yeah, we already did our love journey. I think our love journey was from a 3 months period, right? Yeah, I think it was maybe from a 3 months period. Like, guys, it is. So we want to talk about a little bit about what we've discovered about ourselves, what marriage has done to us.
It's very humbling.
And some of the few challenges that we have to
many
face.
challenges that we had to face.
Yeah, there are many, of course, but we feel a need to just want to share some of the things that when you are in marriage, you will face, And yeah, soon we're gonna be celebrating our 1 year anniversary. So leading to that, what is the experience? And yeah, that's what basically we're gonna be talking about.
Okay. So let's get this thing started. You said today you are gonna ask me questions, so I'm gonna let you do that. If I have questions along the way, because I was not prepared for this video. So if I have questions along the way, I will ask you questions. So I think you can start with the questions that you have for me, but we'll both answer the questions, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's go.
Okay. We got married on the 1st of July 2023, right? You haven't forgotten?
No.
Okay, good. So what was your impression about me? Like, when we got married, what did you think? Like, this guy... What was your... Like, I believe, like, people have expectations. Like, I expect him to love me. I expect him to hug me and all that. What was your expectation about me?
Like in the marriage?
Yeah, like, we got married. Like, okay, like, your view of me when we were dating, like, did it change? Like, when we got married, like, did you expect anything more or less? Did you expect things to change and all that?
Okay. I think for me personally, I avoid expectations. We all have expectations in life, right? I think it's a normal thing for normal people. But I think I avoid expectations to avoid disappointment. Because I'm one person, not that I'm saying you disappoint me. It's not that I had a mind, hey, this man, I obviously won't enter into marriage thinking you're going to disappoint me for the rest of my life, right?
Yeah.
But I don't have like crazy expectations. Obviously, I was expecting you to love me.
But okay, well, when you say crazy, what do you mean? Because something that you may say crazy might not be crazy to somebody.
Okay, I'll get there. Let me finish my statement. So, as I was saying, I was not expecting crazy stuff from you, but obviously I was expecting the basic things that everyone thinks it's expected of a man. I was expecting you to be faithful, number one, to be a man of one woman. It's not funny, it's a very serious issue. I was expecting you to be faithful. That's the first thing. Number two, I was expecting you to love me in a way that I wanted to be loved.
But
And
okay, wait, baby.
I'm still speaking. You asked me a question.
Wait.
And people forget my
Okay,
points.
okay.
Wait. And Mina, mostly what I do is I will communicate my expectations. I don't think any of the things that I'm saying to you now, like, I expected you to be a one woman's show. It's not a thing that you are hearing now. I told you from the beginning. Mina,
I'm from the beginning.
from the beginning, I told you that I'm that girl. I expect you to be a faithful man. And I also explained how I would appreciate to be loved by you.
Yeah.
And by so saying, I explained to you, this is what would make me feel loved
Yeah.
when I receive from you. So my expectations were pretty much communicated. I did not have expectations, keep them from me, and expect magic or manna from heaven. So like everybody else, I do have expectations. And when I say they're crazy expectations, it's like, I didn't expect you to buy me a car like after marriage. I didn't expect you to have everything figured out, like career-wise, everything, anything in general. I didn't expect you to be well off, if I may put it like that. I didn't expect you to be a fully baked cake.
Yeah.
I knew we're still going to mix. We just bought our way. I took us getting married as though we just bought ingredients. There still need to be some mixing. There still needs to be, the pot must be taken to the oven. The baking must take place. And then we will arrive. I'm sure a point will come in my life where I'll now say, hey babe, I think now, can you please buy me a car?
Yeah.
Also such things, like I think the bigger expectations, I also communicate them to you. I think I do tell you to say, hey babe, look, I do say that, right? So those are my big expectations, but I don't expect them now. Although I do communicate them, but my expectation is not, okay, now we are married. Ninge family taxi every day.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that taxi is not nice. Let's not lie to each other. I appreciate the fact that, okay, so since I'm lying, but I know your plan. I know your vision. So I think that's one thing that makes me content in not throwing bigger expectations on you. I know what your plan is. I know what your vision is. And I can see that you are working towards the plan. You're working towards the vision. So it's not as crazy. My expectations are normal. If you say my expectations are crazy. So I think that was my expectation of you. What was your expectation of me?
Okay. Like before I can answer questions, you said something there that you were not expecting me to like have it all figured out. Like most of the people that get married, they portray their marriage as
People who have it figured out.
yes. So like my question is, like, in terms of like when you say expect you to be love me and all that, so like how can I how do you deal? Okay, let's not base it on other people. Like, let's say I said I will buy you a cake, and I end up not buying you a cake. So how do you deal with even that? Let's say that was your expectation because I promised to do so. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with your partner now in a marriage disappointing what what I have promised? How in time after time do you deal with that kind of situation?
Okay, the truth is, I think even in the small expectations that we have, whether communicated or not, we will still face disappointment.
Yeah.
It's not every time where you say you'll buy me something where you get it.
Yeah.
And for me, I think my healing process has been that if you don't do it, I'll then come and say, hey, babe, but you said you're going to buy me 1, 2, 3, and you
Yeah.
did not buy. So what's the issue? And I don't necessarily mean like explain to me what's the issue.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to show you, you promised me something and you didn't do it.
Yeah.
And you are affecting me. That's the truth.
Yeah.
At some point, if it's a continuous thing, at some point, if you're going to say to me, babe, tomorrow I'll bring you flowers.
Yeah.
The reality is I might end up not even believing that you'll bring me flowers.
Yeah.
Because you tell me things and you don't bring them.
Yeah.
Or you don't do it. Sometimes even when I don't ask, you'd say, babe, I'll bring you what, and then you fail. My mechanism has been that I'll come and say, babe, Marawana, you said you are going to buy me what.
Yeah.
And you did not. And for me, I think sometimes where I would find the problem is if you say you'll do something, you don't do it, and then you don't come and
talk to you about
say,
it.
I failed to do it, right? But like I'm saying, we always have these conversations because
Yes, you.
I
are
would come and
definitely
say,
a talker.
babe. And the truth is, you'd give me a reason.
Yeah.
But now, I had to go and dig for the reason. That's what the issue is. But above all, what would now override everything would be that your reason would be valid.
Yeah.
And even if you could not get it for me that day, one thing I know is that you have my best interest at heart.
Yeah.
So whether late or early, you'll do it. The problem that I would probably have, you would not come at that time that you said you'd get me and say, babe, I failed. Can I do it later on?
Yeah.
So to answer the question, how I deal with the problem is that I will come and communicate. Instead of me just harboring the fact that you didn't do it, next time you don't do it, and then that thing is growing. Even when you say something, I've also realized harboring things, one day you will burst. And you will the best thing does not care where it happens.
Yeah.
Because someday you might even say something in front of people and I'll be like, you'll say, babe, and I'll be like, because it's been
there for
and then now
time.
you are saying it. And I'm reminded of the fact that most of the time you don't do it. So I'll end up answering you in a way that is not.
Yeah.
So the best way to do it, I speak, If you say you'll bring me bread, you must come back with the bread.
But even though you don't ask for bread, I just bring it.
Sometimes you do bring things that I do not ask for. That is very true.
Yeah, I would ask you, and you would say, no, we don't need it, and I'll just bring them. But anyway, so like, let's say, for a person that is an high expectation kind of a lady, and is it okay? Like, let's say we got married. Is it okay to always have high expectations of your partner? Like, as a lady, is it okay?
I think it depends. And before I ask you, I'll ask you, before I answer you, I'll ask you a question,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
One thing that I realized about ladies,
Yeah.
if we have expectations, we'll communicate expectations. And the funny thing is, we'll even communicate them even in the beginning of our relationship. I don't know if men just take it as though someone is joking, or they're like, wadlala, like.
No, I think that is like we look at like one thing that I think we've been discussing on our way to Limpopo is that marriage is an eye opener.
It is.
Like it opens your eyes to reality. Like when we were dating, you will have these expectations that my man can do anything that,
like allowance.
yes, like he can give me a
I used to demand for allowance and it would come.
Wow. Oh, that's
Like,
so...
I used to demand, guys. Now I don't have the ability to demand for allowance. But when we were dating, he knows 25th, he will call me in the morning. I will say, baby, my time has arrived.
And that time I used to leave money in the fridge, like money lying around in the fridge. And I'll go to work and take only for transport, and you spend the rest of the money. So, guys, what I was saying is, like what we were talking is, marriage is an eye opener. I think based on that point that you're saying, Guru, we think you are joking when you say your expectation is. We will love to be real, I think, right?
But
like
the thing is, that's someone's true expectation.
yes, like I'm saying, like we look at like okay, when we're in a dating stage, we like to impress. Do you understand?
That's what the problem is.
We like to impress, but marriage
You like to impress to a point where you act like you have while you still don't have.
exactly. In order to catch a fish, you must do what? You must lure it with that cat with the hook and the food and all that. Pretend you have, even though you have.
That's what
So,
the problem is.
But when you get into marriage, like you are stuck with this person forever. There is no more need to
pretend.
To pretend,
And
yes.
now, you know what the issue is? Now, ladies, we don't take it as pretense. We take it as though that's who you are. Okay, we know you are trying, but even when you're trying, at least you can't be far away from what
you presented.
Yes.
Yes.
So now, when we enter into the marriage, we want to continue, keep the same momentum. And you guys, now you want to stop sending me allowance because there's grocery, there's rent.
Okay.
My brother, keep sending my allowance.
Okay. I think the allowance issue. I send you allowance once again, okay?
Love allowance.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, like, I think for me, there's no issue with like having expectations for your partner, right? But for me, I leave a room for disappointment. Like, I believe she's human. She's not a stone or anything.
I'm not superhuman.
You know? So she has mistakes. So once you leave that room for disappointment to say, if I can, there was this one time where like you were working, you got money, got paid, and she said she's going to buy food. I was shocked. And okay, I said, okay, I just said to her, let us go buy food. And the things she was speaking, I was like, how are we going to survive with what she was speaking? Okay, fine, right? And the second time, I think I...
Is that why you now buy groceries?
No. No, I mean, you know your person, right? Okay, wait, baby.
Guys, my husband will shop for groceries alone.
So,
And it doesn't
so,
cook. You see, it doesn't make sense.
so, okay. So, this second time, baby, we're about to buy groceries. So, what she picked was, oh, no, you went alone. You went alone, and I think I was at work.
You were at work. Where? What's
Yes.
next?
You said, baby, I bought groceries.
Mama Simba mangani.
I mean,
Nati biscuit.
I was like, baby, which grocery did you buy here? I found snacks,
No,
biscuits.
but you didn't find snacks only. The thing is, when you buy groceries, you don't buy snacks. Like, you don't buy. I was still saying that I did not buy. Like, my husband, when he shops, nah, guys, especially now that I'm at home, baby. Like, when I'm seated, you can't be seated and you're not chewing anything. And I can't chew up. I can't chew up and meat or whatever food. I can't chew
No.
rice. So my husband, wait, baby. When you go for grocery shoppings, you'll buy all the basic things. No snacks, no biscuits, no zimbas. Mena, when I go buy groceries, I'll add your zimbas. So when he came back, I bought snacks. He's like, babe, yo. That's where the issue was.
So, yeah, I was like, baby, what kind of groceries did you buy here? And I'm going to find out there's next. You know, so that's why whenever we go for shopping, for groceries, clothes, no.
I don't
Clothes
buy
she goes alone.
groceries anymore.
So whenever we go grocery shopping, I know my baby will say she bought meat. Yay! What will come out of the grocery? It's only snacks, biscuits, chocolates, and you will eat those for the rest of the month.
No, the thing is, when you buy me groceries, you don't buy me snacks. Not even a single thing. No packet of Zimba, no packet of biscuits. No juice, nothing.
Like, you understand men, right?
You understand women, right? And let me tell you something. You know what's really frustrating me?
Yeah.
The first person to open the biscuits or the Zimba is you.
Yeah, okay.
That's what's frustrating.
All right. Okay. Let's move on, right?
I asked you a question.
Yeah.
What were your expectations of me when you entered into the marriage? And okay. What were your expectations and where were you disappointed?
My expectation was that she needs to build this home, right? She needs to take care of things. But in the midst of that, I was having, like, I left the room, like, to say, you will have to make mistakes. So, like, oftentimes, you know, my greatest challenge was decision making with you. Like, oh, I will struggle with this woman. Like, oh, so that was the point that I was, and you know, what you will do is you will make that decision and tell me later. I was like, ooh. And looking at all that, you know, we knew at the later stage that will affect the both of us. So, like, yeah, so that was my challenge, but my expectation was that, like, before we could get married, we went for counseling, courtship. So basically, they told us the things that we need to fix, things we need to do, my role as a husband, a role. So those things we knew, right? But that was actually in theory. But when it came to practical,
Hey.
it becomes a quite
It's a whole different journey.
yes, a different issue. So yeah, my challenge was that, but over time, I think we learned to speak out, to talk our mind. Like she could really talk out her mind. Like, and even whether I agree or disagree, right? Like she could really talk
I will never
out
die inside.
her mind. Like I basically don't agree with what she's saying, but she will stick to what she say. And I will say something like maybe a discussion, and she would say, "No, I don't agree." And there is no way that I could convince her to agree with what I am saying, because this one, my wife, once she makes up a decision, once you make up your mind about a certain issue, it's gonna take, I think it's gonna take a lot of discussions.
But it's not in everything.
Yeah, it's not in everything. I think your belief system, once you believe in something, like, and like this, like you wanna do, like in the first place, like she was telling me about, I wanna be a YouTuber. I was like, what? What is that?
Yeah, even
And I
now,
was like,
guys, I've been telling my husband this thing is my job. Like,
Yeah.
I would like to treat this thing as a 9
as
to
a
5.
job, yeah.
And although it's not bringing me anything now,
Yeah.
I would like to work towards the future and not wait until
You are that big of an
yes for me
influencer.
to take it serious.
Yeah.
So my husband never understood. I was like, this is at some point. My desire would be at some point I stop office 9 to 5 and take this thing as my job. My husband never understood.
I was like, oh,
He was like, "You're crazy." One time, he said to me, "Babe, I think you're crazy."
yes.
And then what I ended up saying to him was like, you don't have to see my vision. But I've always told him, I'm not going to allow you to take away my vision. And I was not even saying it in a bad way. I just sincerely understood that he does not understand. First of all, he does not understand how I'm going to make money off of videos.
YouTubing videos and all that.
So I just dealt with it in a sense that my husband does not understand. He does not know these things. And he does not have to make me to not do it because he doesn't understand. He will understand kopili.
Yeah, one time I was like, am I being too hard on her?
And you
Like,
were.
no, I was not. This because like
You didn't understand.
I was like, baby,
I still don't think you do.
what's going on here?
You still don't get it.
No, I do get it now. I do get it. My question
you are
was,
leaning to it, yes.
yes, my question was, okay, like for how long is this going to go on? Because there are things that you need that, at some point I won't have to cover it. That was basically my concern towards that. So
also the journey is taking long.
yes, I was like, oh my goodness. So, and also I felt like, because she once said, you are not supporting my vision and all that. I was like, I don't understand. What is it that I should support?
Yeah, my husband dies. Like it's been a long conversation coming, eh?
Yeah, like I'm one person whom I need to see what I should support, like for me to really
and he wants
support.
to see it now. If I'm saying this is my job, like money must come now. And I keep explaining, babe, I still need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 much hours. He doesn't get it.
So yeah, basically those are some of the challenges that we had to face.
But funny enough, these days you are the one forcing me to take videos.
Yeah, I'm a producer. Like I'm your producer, dude.
Now you are, but the truth is from the beginning.
Yeah.
You have been
but the thing is,
me.
the good thing is you didn't give up on like.
I told you I will not allow you. Like, when you literally tell someone in their face, I am not going to allow you to crush my dreams. The company, it must rain if it wants to rain. But I Like, also, that's one thing I appreciate about myself. I didn't say, oh, my husband doesn't want me to do YouTube, I'm not going to do it. It was my dream. I told him, my dear brother, wana mana mina. Forget.
Okay. So yeah, basically, I should also open a YouTube. You know what I'm gonna
This
do?
has been the conversations. Now he wants a YouTube channel. I'm like, but how? Because you and YouTube are not equally yoked. I'm like, how? You are not equally yoked. So how is it that now you are interested to such a point that you... No, please.
But you basically know what I wanna do.
Of which I still don't stand with.
Yeah, because I'm a pastor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
So like we're heading to our first anniversary. You know,
It's been rocky.
rocky
It's
days.
been lovely. It's been challenging. It's been... And challenging, I mean, in all sorts of ways.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
It's been building. It's been grooming.
Yeah.
It's been eye-opening. It's been training. It will train you.
Marriage will surely
will
train
train
you.
you.
Oh my God. So, okay, babe. Like, what can you say about me that now we are going to our first anniversary? What have you discovered about me?
I've always thought you are kind.
What?
Wait, I have not done with my statement. Baby, please give me some time.
Yeah.
I always thought you are a kind man. Naturally, you are a kind man. But marriage has showed me the true meaning of kindness. You have showed me what it means to be kind, genuinely kind. Like, and you are teaching me how to genuinely be kind. And you don't have to. I think I've once mentioned this, that most of the things that I learned from you, you don't have to voice it out. You don't have to come and say, baby, this is how you have to be kind. I'm learning how to be kind because of how you have been kind to me. So, I've never seen such a kind person. You are very... I don't know, but you have been so kind. And when I dated you, like I'm saying, I thought you were kind, but when we got married, you showed to be a different level of kindness that even today I still can't comprehend, right? So you are a very kind man, and kind means different things for me.
Yeah.
Kind doesn't mean you speaking to me nicely, and that's
Isn't
kind. And that's where it ends. You are kind in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So you have taught me the true definition of a genuinely kind person. No matter what I do, no matter how low I can go,
Yeah.
no matter how wrong I can do, no matter how badly I can take decisions, you have just been a very kind man. And I think that's one thing that I'm really grateful for. Apart from many other things, you have really been
So kind.
a kind man. Yeah.
Okay.
And then for you?
One thing I've learned about my wife is that, oh man, she's so supportive. Like she's so supportive and understanding.
Yeah.
Like you know, I can do something and she will definitely understand and support. And man,
I don't care what dream you tell me.
exactly, like I will tell her I want to open a garage. She'll be like, yeah, baby, go for it. Go for it. That is a valid dream. If I agree about it.
You remember
baby,
that
go
time
for
I was
it.
like, babe, I think the difference between you and I, when I tell you a big dream, you crush it. When you tell me a big dream, I'm always like, whether we have the resources for it or not, I'll be like, babe, I think you are the right man for that vision.
Yeah, I think she's one of a person whom, and you are content with what you have. Like every time I come back home, you put up this big smile all the time.
No, it's generally because I'm happy to see you. It's not.
No, like, but for me, that is like, oh my God, this woman appreciates me. And like, do you understand going back to a home and your wife frowns all the time?
Sometimes I frown if you've made me like 0.09% of the time.
Yeah, but no, like you like there's no, okay, which day if I come back home and you frowned? Like even though we fought or something.
When I fought, I'll still stand up and hug you and give you the smile and the kiss. Yeah.
Like it's been long time. Like yo. But I can imagine like she's so caring, and she's that embracer. Like I know when, I want to be comforted, be embraced, where I go to like, baby, did I do right? And yeah, she's my number one supporter. And I know Guru, there's somebody who got my back.
Yeah.
Like all the time, man. Like when I go out of home, it's like, oh my God, I left a big part of me at home. So yeah, you have been so understanding and so caring and so supportive. Yeah, that's so leading to our anniversary,
we have seen God.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We can close it by that statement.
Yeah. Like we've been in so much things, like so much challenges. But I've never seen her like frowning because of those challenges.
No. I think one thing about me, I know where we are going.
Yeah.
I'm assured of one thing. I think the reason, I always tell people I'm being emotional.
Yeah, it's okay.
I always tell people that I see what I'm going through now. And it's not nice. It's painful. And the words that I've been saying is, I never give up, ne? But the truth is, it's not even, I don't think it's about me giving up. I know where we are going. I understand where I'm going.
Yeah.
I understand where we are going. If there's one thing that keeps me standing or never to give up is where I'm going, it's where we are going. I know. I know where I'm going. I know where we are going. Not like final destination. I don't know who I'll stay in a house in where I'll be rich. I'll have 4 million. Like, I don't know the exact thing, but I know where God is taking us. And it's in a very good place. So I think that's one thing that's like, even when we meet things, like you're saying, I'm not moved. It's
Yeah.
not that in that moment I'm content in the pain, but I know, it's one stamp in my heart that no situation is able to take that away from me.
Yeah.
I know where we are going. Like, I know, and I know it might sound cliche or like a belief thing. Like, I'm a Christian, I'm believing God. I'm not believing God to take me to a place.
You
I
know.
know where He's taking me.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm content in. I know. Even when I'm saying it, it sounds like. But I know where God is taking me.
Yeah.
One thing, I'm assured of where He's taking me. I'm assured of where He's taking us.
You know, one thing about it is, I don't know where she gets the strength. Like on a
That's why I
day
get the
to day.
strength. That's why I get it. That's why, literally, that's why I get it. It's like the YouTube thing when you said, "Ah, baby, what? Myself, I can see the vision. Like, I know. That's why I literally get my strength. Where we are going, where I'm going, is where I get the strength. Because if I don't do the things that I have to do now, I am not going to get to that point that we have to get to.
Definitely.
So that's the only thing keeping me. I know where we are going. I know where I'm going.
All right. It has been a good chat. So, one last question.
I love you.
I love you too. What can you say about marriage?
Marriage is sweet. Marriage is from God. Marriage was founded by God. And God does not fund. What's the word? God does not start anything that is not good. English. But that's the point I'm saying. God does not start anything that's not good. Even on the seventh day when God created everything, the Bible says He looked and He said, what?
All things are beautiful.
All things, including marriage. Akira is the founder. So it can't be. We are not saying there's no challenges. I remember I was talking to a cousin of mine yesterday. She asked me the same question, how is marriage? I'm like, oh man, it's sweet. But it also has challenges. And I appreciate. And I always say, guys, like, find me however you want to find me. Receive my message how you want to receive it. But I genuinely appreciate the challenges. Because they are making me the woman of the future.
Yeah.
And I don't think without these challenges, I would become what I want to become. Or even the Lord, I don't think I would become what the Lord wants me to become without these challenges. Because I believe that they are the ones building me. They're the ones bringing me closer to God. Because obviously when something happens, I'll go to consult. I don't mean consult a Hambur Mapimpi. I mean consult the founder. So it's been sweet. It's been beautiful. There's been ups and downs, I always say. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it all. I know people who know.
Yeah.
There's no one who knows what we went through.
Yeah.
There's no one. I don't care who you are. There's no one who understands what we went through, right? But I genuinely, like, from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely appreciate.
You know one thing about you is that you are genuinely you. You know one thing that people were saying? Like I had a conversation when we were on our way back. And that person was like, one thing about you is you will say things straight. And you will be honest about what is going. One thing about her is she does not change. Like she's um whether in the video, this is genuinely her. Like there is no other conversation that will be say, baby,
I don't know.
let us talk about, let us sugarcoat.
Why should I put on a facade?
One,
I
two,
have told you
three,
guys
and all.
for weeks now that I'm going through the most. And why should I come here and say, hey guys, kumnandi, akumnandi?
Yeah, I think one of the best things I like about you is you you say things the way they are. Like you, once something is like doesn't sit well with you, you will talk about it and say things the way where you stand with a person, and all that. So yeah, like it has been with her. If she's angry with me, she will tell me directly, Guru Ish, you know, whatever you said there did not sit well with me. So I have to apologize. You know, men always have to apologize. Even though they're not the cause of the problem.
But do I apologize?
Yes, she does. She does apologize. It's not only her saying, you know, 1, 2, 3. No, she's a very caring, loving person, considerate. So yeah, that's one thing I love about you. I know, Gore. And you know, when you do that, you also in turn are building me. Like, oh my goodness, this woman is challenging me.
That's the
You know,
word.
you challenge me to say, you know, you man. So, but leading to our anniversary, the marriage has been good.
God has been good.
And yeah, God has been carrying us.
Yeah.
And
God has been kind.
yeah, you know, God has been. I think, okay, babe, maybe what would be your advice to people marrying young,
My
to
advice,
ladies?
we are
Let's
left
say
with 2
to
minutes.
yes, let's say to ladies who wanna get married.
My
young.
advice is the founder is God. The provider is God. Your man is not the provider. The founder is God. The provider is God. So, if you know that the provider is God, you can't go to your husband and say, but babe, 1, 2, 3. You go to the relevant person. So, my advice would be that know the source. Know the founder, know the source, know the relevant provider, because this man on his own,
Yeah.
he will fail. And when he fails to you, it's going to be a problem because you don't understand that the provider is not him.
Yeah.
One thing we've been taught that I really appreciate is that anything under the sun and on earth is in God. I think I spoke this in one of my previous videos. Anything you are looking for on earth, no matter how cliche this might sound, no matter how unreal this may sound, anything you are looking for is in God. And if you know that, you will not go to the wrong person. If your husband is unable to provide, you won't go to your husband and say, hey babe, Pella, 1, 2, 3. You'll go to the man that provides, and you will enable your husband the means to provide. But go to the relevant source. I don't want to take time. That's my...
So I think they must invite us in marriage seminars.
No, I'm not yet qualified.
So yeah, she also has so much knowledge because marriage has cooked there. And yeah, marriage is an eye opener. So thank you so much for being with us. We just thought of just doing this video, you know, to let everyone out there who's in marriage, just got married, that things won't always be nice. It won't be always be honeymoons and all that. But appreciate those moments together.
Yeah.
You know, those that are wishing to get married, please,
Please
get married as
Woo!
soon as possible.
Please get married. Kumnandi apha.
Yes, please get
Jokes
married
aside,
as soon as possible. It is nice to come back home to your wife.
it is so amazing for you to come back.
Yes, and get a home cooked meal.
Although sometimes I get tired.
Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. I don't know when I will see you.
Yeah.
Maybe might be the last time. But
Hopefully not.
yes, thank you, and it was good seeing you all guys commenting and sharing. Yes, over to you, baby.
Thank you so much for dragging me here. I didn't think it was the right time because I'm not really feeling well. But thank you so much for having this conversation. It's been an eye-opening for me as well. And I hope that some of the people watching will take a thing or two. But if there's one thing you can take from this video, is that everything you are looking for is found in Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will consider pressing the subscription. Thank you so much. Wow, babe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll consider staying by pressing the subscription button if you haven't. And if you've gotten this far, please give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to other viewers. We will see you next time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.